Please request the box. Once I get you guys in there and we hit a couple more viewers, we're going to get the show started. Happy Friday, y'all. I hope you're having a blessed day. Hope y'all feeling amazing. I see I got all three of my guests in here. Oh, we're loading, y'all. We're loading. I see y'all coming in by the 10 loads. Let's go. Hope y'all had a good day. Everyone got some rest last night. It's a little crappy weather outside, so we're going to be spending most of the time streaming with you this weekend, y'all. So get excited. Let's have a time. I can't get my guest, but okay, here we go. I see all three of my guests. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Kermit, I can't have you on the show today, my friend, as it is a featured show and you are not one of the guests. Ace likes it in as well. Yes, we sure do. Guys, welcome in. We'll get started in just a moment. But can I get a 1 in the chat if y'all are here? Can I get a 1 in the chat if y'all are here today? Let's get a 1 in the chat if y'all are here. Let's see who's up in this building right now. Let's go. I see you guys. Okay. We getting there. All right. If anyone's gonna stick around later today, y'all, we do have a fave party that's gonna go on for just 2 hours today. Normally it goes on all night long, but our fave party is gonna go from 5 till 7, as I am on a new show on the app hosted by Queen Lala called Eureka. It's a game show. So if y'all want to come check that out, I'll be on that at 7 p.m. tonight. Get in there with the wheels. I appreciate y'all. But without further ado, it's 6 after. I think we're going to get this going. Thank you for the love, y'all. I just want to say, shout out to all the people up in the building right now. If you guys are new in here, please hit me with a favorite. It's a little circle with a star up top. Favorites are free, y'all. You can see when I'm online. We got a lot of events going on here. We got a pretty lit live on Friday nights, like I said. So stick around after this for the fave party, y'all. But without further ado, I think let's get this show on the road. Boys and girls, I am your host, Top Badge Ace Marsh. This is my featured show every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's called A Heart Rate. This is a show where my 3 featured guests come on up in here in the box and individually tell their story about near-death experiences, wild, crazy adventures, or just any kind of simple situation or scenario that they've been in that was adrenaline pumping or heart racing, okay? So that's this show. It's supposed to get you fired up, get inside the brains of some of the past things that our people have been through on this app, and get you a little excited for the weekend, all right? But I see y'all coming in. Thank you for being here. I will say this is a featured show, so for the comments and for my guests up in the chat, in the box, please, guys, no foul language, no cursing. Keep it PG, rated up in the chat, and be respectful, all right? Because we are featured. Thank you for all the gifts in advance, guys. I see you. I appreciate all the gifts, and I'm super grateful for them. The favorites, all y'all being here. I won't be able to acknowledge the comments or the gifts throughout the show, but y'all, I see you, and don't worry, it's not going unnoticed. But without further ado, y'all ready to get this show on the road? Can we get some ones up in the chat? If y'all ready to get this show up in the road? Can we get some ones up in the chat? Let's go. Run it up. All right, guys, we're going to bring all 3 of my guests in right now. Boom. For the other people that are in the box, I don't have you on the show today. But if you would like to be on the show, we do have amazing admins that can get you guys set up. So you see them all up in the comments in red. Hit up any of them that are sending out the blast for the show, and let's go. I see y'all. I don't know if Stoner Bob's frozen or if he's just putting on a little show right now. Oh, he was frozen. Okay, he was frozen.
Riding down the road, man. I just got off work.
Oh, no problem, man. Here, Stoner Bob, why don't you do that, and I'll have you come in as soon as you're out of the car, brother. Okay. Just for show purposes, we'll put you down for now. Do your thing, and let's go. So we got Stoner Bob. He'll be in here with us shortly. He is here. Thank you for being here. Get in there with the big gifts. Kitty getting all spoiled up in the box here. I see that. All right, guys, but let's introduce ourselves. I'm Ace Marsh. I've been running this show. This is my 42nd episode total. I don't know what featured, but we doing good. We rocking it. We still here. So thank you for being here with me. Who are you, Kitty? Who are you? Tell us about yourself. What can we find with you? Like, where are you from?
I have a featured show here on the platform on Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
There we go. Sorry, forgot to turn those off.
About pets and people and their pets. And let's see, I'm hosting 5 battles this weekend on Saturday. Pull up your favorite streamer, drop some 5s, show some love to them. Also, what else do I got going on? I have an auction. You can win a 5-day name change Saturday as well at 4. So I got a lot of stuff going on. There's a wrap it up challenge with stuff coming up. You want to be in those things. It's on Instagram. It's a lot of fun. Okay.
What time's your fives battles start?
They start at 5 p.m. I believe it's 5 p.m. And I think the first person who's going might be Sammy Pumpkin and M's 96. So they'll be going like periodically from 5 to 10 o'clock. The Instagram schedule is out there. I'm obviously not streaming it because I'm moderating and recording them. So, but you guys can definitely pull up, and there's 28 different streamers in it, and they're all people probably you know. I think Tyler is in it, right? Tyler,
we've got like
Jay
4
Carr as
well,
well,
like 4 or 5
and
guys
Bruce
from
Wayne.
Russia.
So
Yeah,
there's
nice.
a lot of fun, awesome streamers in it. So definitely pull up and make a friend. Drop like a couple hundred. It doesn't hurt to make new friends, right? Thank you for all the gifts, you guys.
Absolutely. And I am having trouble favoriting everyone back here. Oh, there it goes. There's popping up. So I will definitely try to get you after the show. And if I miss you guys, please pull up and remind me to favorite you. I don't do it intentionally. Kitty, that's Top Badge Kitty Commander. She got her featured show on Mondays at 9 p.m. called Meow and Me, where you get to show off your pussies. Pussy cats.
And dogs.
And
and horses or whatever you want.
And all your other types of animals, guys.
Whatever kind of thing you want.
Next up, we got Bruce Wayne, guys. He's well known in the community. I believe it's called the Bat Crew, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
That's his team behind him there. But why don't you just give yourself an explanation of who you are, how long you've been on the app, and tell us a little about yourself, bud.
What's up, everybody? I'm Bruce Wayne. I got here in December, so about 10 months ago. I was a top badge on another app. Came here for a fresh start. I've enjoyed my ride so far. It's been amazing so far. My focus really is just kind of help people and do mental health awareness stuff. And really, it's been a fun journey. And I'm starting to get back on the app. I took about a month and a half off for personal stuff. I lost my dad about a month ago, and we've been getting through it. And Monday night is going to be my first night that I'm starting it up again. So Monday night at 9 Eastern time, I'm going to do mental health awareness stuff again. And we pick a topic every week where we kind of just get together and we share our experience, strength, and hope with each other in the hopes that whoever's still struggling with stuff can kind of get a reprieve for at least an hour from that stuff. And that's kind of been my focus really as a streamer since I started about 2.5 years ago. And we like to have fun. Music's my passion. So we do a lot of music stuff, and mental health is a focus as well. But authentically, we just like to be ourselves.
Yep.
And we don't try to be anything but that. And that's really kind of a point that I like to make a lot of times.
Awesome. Well, that's the same thing here, man. It's all about the community. It's all about, keeping people positive. Mental health is a thing that I suffer from, and I'm sure most of us on this app do, at some point in their life. So make sure we're always trying to be there for each other, guys. Before you say something mean today, think twice before you say it. And if you really mean it, then say it 3 times. No, I'm just kidding. But hey, guys, that's Bruce Wayne. Last but not least, no smoking on the feature show, Bob. Yep, none of those. Save it for after. Save it for after, or you can jump off screen and take a puff and whatever. Just try to keep it off the screen.
Oh, yeah.
You're good. We understand the name. It comes with the distance and the territory, so you know what I mean. Guys, that's Stoner Bob. Stoner Bob, why don't you just explain who you are, how long you've been on the app, and a little about yourself, my man.
So I'm Stoner Bob. I came on the app originally probably about 4 years ago. I was on POF, and I took a break off the app for about 6 months, come back and seen that Meet Me and POF had split ways. Started this account in February. Before they could do the Meet Me match, I had done like doubled, almost tripled what I had on my old account in 3 years.
Wow, good for you.
So I started this group. Our family is SBG. It's Stoner Beard Gang. We're seen all over the app. We basically we go out and we treat everybody with respect, and we don't judge people, because at the end of the day, the only person that can judge us is the man upstairs.
Right.
Nobody else's opinions matter, and we shouldn't have to change who we are to please other people.
Exactly.
We're not for everybody.
Nice.
Big facts. Yeah, man, we got four awesome organic streamers here today, and myself included. I'm gonna throw myself in there. You know what I'm saying?
I stream every day.
Bob streams every day. Okay, so and any special events coming up, or are we gonna save that for the last?
I don't have any special events coming up right now. I'm trying to get on a few more shows. Like I
Okay.
said, I just recently took a month off of streaming. I'm
Right.
spot, and yeah, I'm back now. I'm not 100%, but I'm better than I was before. So we're gonna
That's
rock
good.
with it.
Hey man, we all got our things, but it's about the community behind us that keeps us going, right? So obviously you guys got amazing communities. I can see all the people showing up for all three of you guys. I see my community in here every day, so I know that I got a strong one too. So I'm blessed to have three people on my show that bring a community with them, because sometimes that's not always the case. We got newer streamers. So guys up in the chat, make sure you favorite all three of these awesome streamers. They've all been around a heck of a lot longer than me. So like I'm a pawn royalty here. So like I'm just a newbie compared to these guys, man. So show them some love, hit them with a favorite, send some gifts if you please. I won't be able to acknowledge, they won't be able to acknowledge all the gifts and the love and the favorites, but we do see you guys. We respect you. We're going to thank you after. But for now, I think it's time. Let's get into the show. We're going to go up with our fellow top badge on Meet Me and Scout. I know we've got some other top badges from other places and all that jazz, but let's get into Kitty Commander. Why don't you tell us what you're going to be sharing with us today?
I'm going to be sharing a pretty emotional story. It's a real life, obviously very personal story. The heart rate, I'm taking a little different approach on this today. I have told super funny stories in the past. But I'm not telling you my funny story today. I'm going to tell you my story where my heart rate got up because I was scared. So it is October. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, as many of you know. So I'll be talking about a story that's personal to me in this regard.
Okay, awesome. Let's get it going. Take the stage.
Okay. All right. So back in 2009, okay, I know I was, quite,
I was in high school, just saying.
You were younger and I was not. I was younger still, but not as young as I am now, but whatever. I was married previously, right? Many of you don't know, I was married, and I had a 4 and a 3-year-old, and I had an encounter with my husband of domestic violence. I had to call the cops, like he was chasing me down a hallway, all of these things. I called the cops. The cops were like, who's the primary aggressor here? I had never even known what that word means or any of these things, but I was terrified and scared and I didn't know what to do. And, the cops were like, well, if we're going to just take both of you to jail and your kids will go into foster care with a social worker tonight if we can't decide who's in whatever. And I was like, needless to say, I had bruises already forming on me at that time, but it was clear. It was very clear who was violent and who was not violent, respectfully, but the cops didn't care. So my heart was pounding through my chest. I had to make a decision about, what we were going to do, what I was going to do. Like if I wanted to push, then I would have been probably taken to jail. So what I did is I didn't push. So I was like, oh, okay, blah, blah, blah. I didn't want my kids to do whatever. So the next day he went to work and I decided that I would no longer be there. And that was the last day that I was ever with him. And I walked out with a 4 and a 3-year-old in tow with no job and no money and no place to go. But I did go to a domestic violence women's shelter and I was there. And what I ended up doing was living there for like 6 months, right? And I remember when I started to re-enroll back at university during that time, like I applied for jobs during that time, but most places didn't want to hire a single parent. When they found out I was a mother, they were like, oh, you're a mother, you're homeless, all of these things, we're not going to help you out, right? So it was a bit of a situation, right? Like my heart rate didn't stop staying at 10,000 during that whole time period. But I want to tell you, like it's not always bad. What?
Doing that with kids is just crazy. Like going out on the streets with your kids, like that's, and it's sad. I'm sorry, I'm jumping in because I always got opinions about the world and how they're crap. And
yeah, no.
Like how do people not want to help a mother with kids over someone that's just out on the streets doing something stupid, doing drugs? Like, come on, man. Anyways, thank you for the gift. Sorry, Kitty, go ahead. I get feisty.
I mean, obviously, I've made it through it, and I'm over on the other side, right? But I do want to say, like, when things happen in your life, and they come at you, they blindside you. Maybe the person that you loved turned into something that you didn't. I mean, I just kind of want to use this as an opportunity to talk a little bit about it because, you know, 1 in 3 women will be victims of stalking and 1 in 6 men will be too. So I'm not alone in this. I'm sure there are people in the comments today who have similar stories, or men here as well that also have similar stories to this. And I know that you can totally understand because 1 in 3 women are victims of domestic violence and 1 in 4 men are as well. So I think it's a very important thing, but I also wanted to say, you know, there is hope. I did make it out of it. I went back to university, right? I went through and I had, you know, I worked my butt off. And when I finished university, I was the Student of Excellence Award winner out of my university, which means that not only did I do it, I crushed it and killed it, right? Like only one person gets that award at the entire university, and that was me. So like, there is hope and there is things that, you know, you can move forward and do, but that's my story, my heart. But making that first step to make a decision, because making that decision was the biggest decision of my life, my heart. You can only imagine when you decide to leave in a situation where the place that you're at is worse than anything that possibly could come out with no place. That is, those are the most key and pivotal moments of your life. And for me, I had 2 kids with me that were 4 and 3 that I made that decision with as well. And you guys know me, so you know that it was a big decision. You know what I mean? Like, I would not have made that decision unless it needed to be made. So I want to encourage anybody who's going through stuff like this, you know, keep your head up. But that was a decision I chose to make in the right time, in the right way, in the right place for myself. And sometimes those big decisions influence the entirety of your outcome in your life.
Right. And thank you for sharing. I know that's not easy to share. You know, I can't say I've been through the same situation by any means, but we've all got our things that we've been through, guys. So I'm sure there's some sort of way you can relate to Kitty's story and just in a sense of the adrenaline side of it. Like, you know, going through a situation that's not a fun situation of adrenaline. Adrenaline comes in two ways, guys, in good ways and bad ways. And, you know, it's always there for a good purpose. So in bad ways, that adrenaline kicks in. It's your human nature and your body to kick in to help you get through it. But does it feel good? Heck no, not in those situations. In the good times, it feels like an overwhelming amount of awesomeness. But in the bad times, it feels like you're about to explode and you don't know what to deal with. So adrenaline is exciting, but it can also be scary. So thanks for sharing a scary side of adrenaline. But we know you're here today. And now, guys, I'm pretty sure she's a big old boss. So you try to mess with her now, she probably beat you down bigger than I've ever seen. But anyways, let's save that for the fight. We're gonna save that for the fight.
What I've been through in my life, it will take a mountain to move me. There's a reason why I am the way I am, and I'm unconcerned and unbothered, even from trolls, right? Yeah. Unconcerned, unbothered. You can't do anything to me. I've been through everything already. I mean, not everything, thankfully, but I've been
always
through
something.
a lot.
Let's not ask
so
for
it's
too
gonna
much.
take
Let's
a
not
lot
ask for
to
too much,
move me.
Kitty.
You know, it'll take a lot more. You know.
Yeah.
So, but also I have been bungee jumping, and that's something too. But maybe I'll tell you later if we
I
get.
mean, Kitty's always going to be coming back to my show because she's a really, really good friend of mine and part of a very, very big part of my journey, and it has been since day one. So I'll definitely always get her back on here because she's got stories. So that's good. You know? We need people with stories. We don't like boring people on this show. Well, Kitty, that's Kitty Commander, Top Badge Kitty Commander. She got a featured show on Monday. She'll tell you about after. But for the meantime, Kitty, sit back and relax. If any of you guys need to be muted anytime, just type it in the chat or let me know and I can mute you for a bit, but that's fine. But guys, I'm Ace Marsh. We're going to move on to our next guest right now. You just heard from Kitty Commander. This show is called Heart Rate. We do it every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after the rundown, where you find out who your new top badges are, the winners of the contest, and all your rumor busts and things like that. So please, 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 guys, stick around because we got two more awesome guests to share their near-death experiences or wild, crazy adventures or adrenaline-pumping situations. But at the end, guys, the end of the show, we need every single one of you, all 116 of you that have pulled through, to be involved in the chat. So start now thinking about what you would like to do in a scenario to put out to these people. So you're going to say a scenario, for example, you were walking through the woods, all of a sudden a bear came out with its cubs and the mom attacked you. And what are you going to, like, you know what I mean? I'm just giving you an example. You got to answer how you'd escape that. So with the comments, you guys got to choose a scenario for the three of them to answer. One scenario, all three, they got to come up with the best answer. That's at the end of the show. We're going to go to the real part of the show right now, not the fake part. So we moving on to Bruce Wayne. Bruce, why don't you just quickly, again, for the new ones coming in, introduce yourself and then jump into your story, my man.
Sounds good. I'm Bruce Wayne, guys. Got here in December, been here 10 months. I do stream daily. Mental health awareness is a huge passion in my life. I don't just do this on stream. I practice it in my real life. I'm actually starting a nonprofit focused on mental health awareness, focused specifically on PTSD trauma, not only for our veterans and our troops, but for anybody who's experienced actual PTSD trauma in any facet, sexual abuse, domestic violence, as Kitty alluded to. Kitty, thanks for sharing your story. That's real. That comes from the heart. So that's a big deal. I appreciate you and I'm glad you're here. As far as what I'm going to share, this is very vulnerable for me. And when I say I shouldn't be here, it's true. I've actually lost my life twice. So when we call heart rate near death experiences, I've actually experienced death. I've lost my life to overdose and I've lost my life to a successful suicide attempt. I was pronounced dead for more than 4 minutes once and for about 3 minutes the other time on the table. So I shouldn't even be alive. I treat every day like it's my last day on earth because truly I believe that's true. I've been through hell and back and I live every day intentionally for that reason. I don't have time anymore to sugarcoat things for people. That's why there's 100 emoji in my name. Because I'll keep it 100 with you even if it hurts your feelings. Because I believe we are here to make each other better people. And I'm tired of people thinking that they have to apologize for simply being themselves. Yeah. For the longest time, I thought that I had to just say sorry all the time for who I was as a person. And I've been battling mental health issues my entire adult life. Since I was 18 years old. That's a long time for me. And ultimately the story I'm going to share is triggering. So if you have triggering stuff and you've experienced suicidal ideation, suicidal attempts, I do ask you step out if this is going to trigger you.
Yeah, take a minute, guys. If that is something that's gonna affect your day today, please step out. We're not doing it for an intentional purpose. We're doing it to help and to share someone's story so other people can connect and, you know, understand that they're not alone. So Bruce, yeah, please continue. I think we've given a fair warning, and if it is what it is, we there's no intention. Disclaimer, guys. There's no intention to hurt people or for any negative effect of these stories being told today. It's more so for the fact that we're trying to share our stories and have other people realize that you're not alone. That's simply it, guys. Yep. So please, Bruce, take it away.
So essentially, I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I was so deep in my addictions, alcohol addiction, drug addiction. And I didn't know what to do. I was drunk and high one night. I took my car out on the highway and I had full intentions of driving off the bridge to end it for the final time. And I didn't know what I was doing. I was so delirious And yes, I know all the repercussions of this. I could have killed somebody else. I know all of that. I've been told all of this. I've been reminded of this several times. Thank God that didn't happen. However, I was driving down the highway, and I was, for all intents and purposes, from what I've been told by police and everybody, the car simply would not drive off the bridge. The car locked up for some reason, drove into a ditch, and I woke up several hours later in a ditch, and I looked up in the sky, and there was a rainbow in the sky, and it wasn't even thunderstorming or raining that day. We looked at the weather forecast that day. There was no storms in the area or anything like that. There was a song that came on the radio. It was a country station that I was listening to because I listen to country on a regular basis. And it's a song I play regularly in my streams today for that reason. It's Brantley Gilbert's Just As I Am. Anybody who's familiar with that song will know what I'm talking about. But it is a song that reminds me that I'm okay just the way that I am. And that I can bring all of my burdens, I can bring all of my problems, and I can just turn them over. I don't have to hold on to those things anymore. I can just give them up, and I don't have to worry about them anymore. So when the police finally showed up, yes, I was placed into custody. I was court ordered by my family out of love to get some help. I was not charged with one crime. That was the grace of higher power I choose to call God. I was sentenced essentially to 35 days of inpatient treatment for drugs and alcohol, and also for mental health awareness evaluation. I have not had a drop of drugs or a drop of alcohol or hard drugs since then. That was 7 years ago. I've been in recovery from hard drugs and alcohol for 7 years. I am proud to say that. Sometimes it's 1 minute at a time. Sometimes it's 24 hours at a time. But if anyone here is still struggling with something like I just mentioned, it gets better. I know you might not believe that. And I know you might feel like you are all by yourself and that you isolate. I did that the best of anybody. I isolated. The phone gets really heavy. I didn't want to talk to anybody when I was in that. But it gets better. I'm living proof of that. I'm now retired at the age of 39. I'm successful. I'm loved. I'm a good dad. I'm a good son. I'm a good brother. I was none of those things 7 years ago. So it's true. It does get better. You guys are loved and you're worth it. That's my story.
Thanks, man. Take a moment there. I got goosebumps because that hits close to home for me. I'm trying to hold some tears back. I'm just going to jump in there because it was super powerful. It really was. Thank you for sharing, Bruce. I know that's not easy, but obviously your words and the way you speak it, it comes from true experience. You can feel it from the way you speak it. And like I said, you don't believe me, there's my goosebumps right there, y'all. Yeah, I'm someone, I don't like to talk about it. I isolate as well. Y'all kind of notice because I'm so active on the socials that when I disappear for a day, everyone starts freaking out because again, it's become that I escape here. This is my escape. This platform has saved me. I also suffered from drug addiction and from alcoholism and from all these sorts of it for many, many years, but I hid it. No one knew. I was a successful businessman. I didn't show my parents. I didn't show my family. I didn't show my ex-fiance, and I was with her for 8 years, and I was hiding it. I was a very, I don't know what you want to call it, behind doors drug addict and alcoholic. And I only stopped at the start of this year, and I've been clean ever since. And it's because of the people on this app. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a bunch of what's on here too, but we stay away from them. We move on, but that's neither here nor there. But I can say myself truthfully, like I am also going through the same type of thing, Bruce, and we're always, each day, we take each day and each week, like you say. For me, it's every day. I can't look past the day, man. Like for me, it's every day. I focus on my day I'm in and I just keep going. So thanks for sharing. I mean, that motivates me to keep going, because I mean, I'm in a, as much as I can say I'm in the best place I am from all that bad stuff that I've fought with for years. But because of that, it's the hardest part now for me to fight myself, because to find myself in a day of being sober is tough for me, because I escaped to that high. Don't get me wrong, I might partake in the legal, you know, herbs that are grown on the earth, but that stuff's neither here nor there. You know, I think that stuff's a totally different story. But you know, I don't share it often, Bruce, but I'll openly say, when I started on this app, when y'all met me, I was drinking and doing drugs, and I wasn't going for a top badge. I was just a guy that found an app. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was just beyond in a good place. And so the fact that y'all stuck with me through that, and then now I'm here and I'm on that good side like Bruce is too. Let's go. We on our way up, and we're only here to help you guys. So if y'all have anything to ask us from going through it, even if it's not easy, or even if you don't want to reach out, there's people like Bruce and I that have been through it. You know, I've also died as well. I died from meningitis when I was 13. I was flatlined for 2.5 minutes. I was out cold. Guys, there's not much on that other side. I can promise you that. Stay here. Trust me, it's better here. There ain't much on the other side other than nothing. Okay, so stay here. Stay with us. We love you. We appreciate you, and we need you, y'all. So let's keep it going. And if you're feeling one of those bad days and you can't find one person on this dang app to talk to you, then you ain't putting in the effort, because there's millions of people on this app, and I can promise you a lot of them are going through the same damn thing. Excuse my language there, me, but I had to say it. All right, Stoner Bob, what's up? Before you get started, I'm Ace Marsh, guys. This is my featured show. We're getting into the heart feels today. So you know that, and that's the best part about this show, is because I don't know what my guests are going to tell. I keep it private because I don't want to know, so I can have the same response as you guys can. Does that leave a little bit of openness for some bad things to happen? Sure, but I'm willing to take that risk. Okay, because I like it raw, and we like to go in dry. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Oh man. Anyways, y'all, this is my featured show called Heart Rate. You guys can take that as it is. That was nothing bad. Okay. This is my featured show called Heart Rate. It's every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We run a pretty bad arse fave for fave party after this, and it goes for hours on end with live DJs. You can box up, hang out, do your thing. It's not featured. It's a very positive, fun place with music, and it's just a place to kind of get into your Friday night and take it easy. By any means, you guys are welcome to pop in, pop out. I do recommend, if you're looking to get your favorites up, to sit in there with a second device and comment every now and then and get your favorites on. After that, I do have a show at 7 or 9 p.m. It's a newer show on the app, hosted by Queen Lala. She's another featured show host as well, called Eureka. So if you want to come check that out, it's going to be a lot of fun. For me, that's pretty much it. I do ask that you favorite me, and if you don't, I will come after. No, I'm just kidding. But please favorite these 3 people as well. These awesome guests. They're all well-known streamers on here, daily streamers. If not, they're weekly streamers. Check them out. Contact them on IG. IG is a big tool, guys. If you don't use them, get down there and get into it. All right, but last but not least, before we get into the fun portion, I thought that was a dragon. That would have been pretty cool. But last but not least, we got Stoner Bob. Why don't you just briefly introduce yourself, Stoner Bob, to everyone that's joining us that hasn't met you before, and then tell us what you're going to be sharing today. So feel free to take the stage, my man.
What's up, everybody? I'm Stoner Bob. I've been streaming now for going on 4 years. So anyway, I really come in here today and I didn't have a clue what I was going to talk about, but seeing as we're on this trend, like of how we started streaming and stuff. So like so my whole life I grew up, I wasn't much of a drinker because my mom got killed in a car wreck by a drunk driver when I was 7 months old. So I wasn't ever much of a drinker. I drink once every 3 months maybe. And then 5 years ago, me and my ex-wife separated, and I don't know how many of y'all know my story, but I'm Stoner Bob. Anyway, I was in the industry of manufacture and sell all the good stuff. Anyway,
yeah, you could. Yeah, it's okay. You could just say paraphernalia. Paraphernalia works.
Okay, we were getting big Amazon packages. Okay, but anyway. All right, so me and my ex-wife ended up separating. She got strung out, and anyway, I lost everything. I lost my house. I lost my company that I had worked for 7 years building with my ex-wife. I lost my kids, my dogs, everything. And I moved 2 hours away, and I tried to start over. And then my ex-wife hit me with some fictitious charges. I fought that in court, paid over $7,000 in lawyers and attorneys. And so I had court. My final hearing on my court date was on a Monday. And that Friday, I called my lawyer and said, "Hey, I got my last payment. I'll see you Monday morning in court." And she said, "Okay, but by the way, I just want to let you know I'm going to have to withdraw from your case for conflict of interest." And I was like, "Holy cow, do what? Like, I just paid you $7,000." Anyway, it was like at 8 o'clock in the morning on Friday. I went straight, took my money that I was supposed to pay my attorney, and went and started drinking. And I started drinking from 8 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock the next morning. And I decided it was pouring down rain. I was going to try to drive an hour back home. And on the way there, I ended up hydroplaning, running 85 and a 55. I rolled my Honda. Like to have died. I sat there for an hour before EMS or fire department or anything showed up in the pouring rain, trying to drive my car out. I'm stubborn. Anyway, long story short, so how I ended up getting started streaming is after that night, like, all right, so I went to jail. The next morning I got woke up by a deputy at my cell, letting me know that I was getting served with federal indictments for trafficking. And anyway, it woke me up. It woke me up that day. I realized how close I came to dying that night before. And I realized that, even though, I'm losing everything, I still got my freedom. Even though I was facing 25 years, up until, I went to court, I still had to fight for my freedom because, even if they would have got me for 25, doesn't mean my life's over. You know what I mean? But I had to fight that, and I fought it alone, and I done great. And the only reason I was able to fight it alone was because I found this app and found other people that I could relate to, talk to, and kind of had the same understanding. And, it's just my biggest thing. And I tell everybody, all my people in here that are SBG, y'all hear it from me a million times every stream. We've always got to look at the positive in everything, even on the worst things. Losing a loved one, they're no longer in pain no more. Like a heartbreak. Okay, y'all weren't meant to be together. There's a positive in everything, even if it's that small, but that little bit of faith will be the faith that'll get you through your worstest times when you don't think you can do it.
Yeah, exactly what Bob's saying right there, guys, is something that I live by. I don't believe in looking at the glass half full or half empty. I believe that if there's a bit of water in the glass, y'all, you got a chance. If there's a drop of water in your glass, you got a chance. Stop looking if it's half full, half empty, how much is in there. If there's something in it, you got a chance. Sorry, Bob, I had to say that. Go ahead.
But no, I mean, that's pretty much my story, man. Is and even when we're at our lowest, like we can be at rock bottom, y'all. You know what? You're still alive. You're still woke up this morning. You're still breathing and got a chance to be better than you were yesterday. Every day. Every day.
Absolutely. And guys, if you think you're at that very last step, that very last stage, and you haven't reached out to someone, then you're just giving up before taking that last chance. You know what I'm saying? So take it. If you don't care that much, then take the chance. If you don't care, you know what I'm saying? Take that lead, man. Reach out. Like let someone tell you then it's the right thing you're doing, or let them have a chance to try to stop you. You know what I mean? Because reach out to people. I can promise you right now, if someone's going to reach out and they're in that kind of state of mind, I am going to answer my phone. I'll end my stream. I don't care if it's my featured show right now. If someone needed me, I'll end the stream. Nothing's as important as someone's life. Right now. There you go. You're already here, man. What the heck? Hey guys, we had a little bit of we had a very, very adrenaline, but heart racing, but more of a personalized show today. And I'm not listening to any comments though, that's for dang sure, because if you really needed me, my phone go off and I got it right here and it ain't ringing. So nose check. I'm guessing that's for my big nose, but make sure y'all take a look at that. Yes, it correlates to other things. If you want to know after the show, I'll let you know. But kitty nose, because we did that in we did that in the stream the other day and we talked about it. But hey, anyways, guys, I'm Ace Marsh. This is Heart Rate every Friday 4 p.m. These are my 3 awesome guests. We got Top Badge Kitty Commander, we got Bruce Wayne, and we got Stoner Bob. Please hit all 3 of them with a favorite. Welcome into all the new guests, guys. I am here every Friday. We also going to stick around after the show. 444 make a wish in Eastern Standard Time. That's a lucky number. Thank you to Bruce Wayne for taking that 0.9. We have a big 44 milli loading. Blessed to say that we've only done that in just over a year and a half. So thank you to all the support I've had. The organic journey has been amazing. You might find me not here every day on other places, but you know, this is home. I'll always be here. So don't think that I'm leaving y'all, okay? We're just out there exploring a bit.
No,
But
you
now,
just said you'd leave us if that phone rang. You lied.
oh my God, is he talking? All right, y'all, this is the chance where you guys can get involved and try to twist it up. So this part of the show is when you guys in the comments are gonna write a paragraph, some sort of a paragraph of some sort of situation that you want these three to be stuck in. They have to answer how they would escape, deal, or cope with that situation. And that being said, guys, the winner is based off your votes. So for you three in the box, y'all not might want to answer it realistic. Y'all not might want to answer it like, you know, maybe go the goofy route, maybe go the funny route. I don't know. Maybe be serious. It was a pretty serious show today, so maybe the serious is going to work. I don't know. That's up to you. So now, guys, think about your stuff. We have lots of time. Think about the stuff you want to put it in the chat. I got my admins watching it. I'm watching it. We're going to choose one today, and then we can also pull it to the next week as well, because this continues every week. All right, guys? This is the fun portion. The winner, guys, that's the best part. You know what you guys win if you win? Absolutely nothing. So that's cool, right? I know. It's super awesome. Because this isn't a game show. This is a talk show, and we talk about it. So without further ado, we're going to jump into that. I see some coming in, but I do things a little different. Instead of at the end of the show, we talk about what you guys got coming up. We do that now while they're coming up with their ideas. So Kitty, why don't you tell us? I know you are like the queen of freaking content. So please tell us about all the stuff you got, because there's always something new. As soon as she finishes one thing, she's jumping on to the next. So.
Well, right now, so right now out there is Wrap It Up, and it's for
Sorry, what?
Christmas wrapping paper.
Okay,
You can sign up for it.
Whoa.
You can get involved. It's filling up already. I just put it out on my Instagram yesterday. I'm going to be releasing my holiday content every day. So if you're wanting to be involved in something that involves, you know, Thanksgiving or Christmas, it's going to be coming out on my Instagram everything will be released by Sunday. So if you want to be in the Wrap It Up challenge, you've got to get some wrapping paper, some bows, some tape, and you got to make some clothes out of wrapping paper. I want to see your best wrapping paper outfit. Hello.
Well,
and you got bows, tape, and wrapping paper.
Well, what if we're naked underneath it, but we're fully
You're
wrapped?
allowed to be naked.
Oh,
I don't care if you're
what
naked.
if I make a banana hammock?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
As long as you're covering your bits and pieces.
Oh, so when is
respectfully.
this? Stoner Bob
You
is
know?
totally down. Anybody got any yellow?
Hey,
purple,
listen, we're
polka
gonna ask you to
dotted
do a
wrapping
squeeze
paper?
check. If you squeeze it and there's nothing underneath that paper, we know you're lying.
Squeeze check.
We'll do that.
Okay, so what else you got, Katie?
I'm actually down for a little squeeze check. Let's go. Okay.
Okay, look,
Depends
Kitty,
on who it is.
Look, Kitty, I will get Wes. I'll get Wes to do it with me. Watch. Hold on. Hey,
No,
Wes.
we don't need
Wes.
Wes. No, 'cause we know he
Awesome.
won't do it.
Let's do banana hammocks made out of wrapping paper and go in Kitty Hawk's show. Let's do it. Bet.
Wait, they gotta stand
We're all-
beside each other while they do it too.
I'm dead. That would be, yeah. So, I mean, that's some fun, just a bit of fun. It doesn't involve necessarily diamonds, right? It's not an auction. It's not a battle. It's fun is what it is. So if you want to be part of that, hit me up. It will fill up. It for sure it will. It always does. So definitely come by, hit my DMs on IG if you want to be part of it. Everybody is welcome to be part of my events. You don't have to be a gifter of mine. You don't have to be associated with me in any way. You can just be part of it.
But if she doesn't like you, no.
Hey, at least now I got a legit reason to be in your DMs.
Hey. Awesome. Well, guys, hit her up for that. You know, Kitty's got her fives battle right tomorrow.
Yeah, that's this Saturday. I'm super excited. Like, there's going to be so many people. There's 28 people in it. They all are like either streamers they're all different levels. Like some
Yeah.
are top badges, some are at less than 1 million diamonds. So there's anybody's also, once again, anybody's welcome to do these kind of events that I put together. There's no charge to you. I don't charge you an entry fee to be part of it or anything like that.
I
You
won the
can
last one.
just
I
hit
won the
me up.
last one. Just saying.
I'm new here.
So
It was a wink contest, and I winked. I twerked in the air upside down and winked.
he was
So,
the
yeah.
winner of
So watch out if I'm in it, okay?
the
The
men.
only kind of twerk I can do is wall twerk.
I mean, that might have taken it, but I did a mid-air, open-air twerk, so it was pretty cool, man.
And he farted at the top. He like did a fart. Did you not hear your? No, I'm just kidding. He
No,
didn't.
I might have. Listen, I might have.
He was not farting at the top. So
Okay, so guys, yeah, tomorrow it starts at 5 p.m. She also has her auction tomorrow, right
Yep,
before her
4
event at
o'clock.
4 p.m. So if you want to go shoot and win yourself a kitty commander and call her some wild names because she knows she'd do it to you, so don't be nice.
and then there's a 5-day name change. Well, I usually do 5-day name change, but if you name me something too ratchet, it's gonna just stick to 5. But I usually give people like a whole week.
Nice, awesome. I'm not as nice. This is a 3-day name change coming up, so don't try it with me. And I'm really known for giving people bad names, so that's why I stick to 3 days because I get them back. Trust me.
Yeah, if you name me something like, spicy.
Spicy's good. Anyways, thank you, Kate, for being here. We're gonna do a little fun portion here in a minute, but before that, Bruce, why don't you just explain what you got coming up, or any events, or anything that you want to actually recruit people for, or stuff like that too.
Yeah, as far as the short term goes, I am in Kitty's Fives battle tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I face Keith. Keith, right? Keith Stone.
Keith Stone. That'll be a good battle.
Yeah, at 7 p.m. Eastern. So that should be fun. Even if you guys show up and spam some emojis, I'd appreciate it. If you can show some love, even better.
Yeah.
So I'd appreciate that. As I mentioned, I just got back on the app. Fives only.
Hold them, guys. If you're going to shoot more than 1 5, a trick on this app is if you hold it, if it's glitching, don't let go. It still works. I promise you.
Yep, it does. So as far as that's the short term, that's tomorrow night. And then, as I mentioned, I just got back a couple weeks ago. So I am going to start back up the mental health awareness stuff. I am passionate about that, as I mentioned. So Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, I will put it on the app calendar, so you'll know. And it's also on my IG page. If I have a change in topic, a change in day or time, it'll be on my IG page. So I do encourage you to follow me on Instagram if you have not yet. I do update all my streaming events and my calendar out on Instagram. So please, it's in my bio. A link to my Instagram is out there. So just give me a follow. I will follow you back. Other than that, I do have auctions coming up down the road. I'm not going to share those, but I am talking to Chris Casper right now. I was on his Suited Up show recently. I'm talking to him about a featured show idea I'm really, really excited about. I don't know where that's going to go yet, but I am talking to him right now and his admin, Ari, to kind of see where we can go with moving the needle on trying to invigorate and inspire the app with stuff to try to get everybody involved on, just kind of highlighting the extraordinary people on the app and what they're doing in society and on the app, and sort of bringing everyone together 1 day a week. So I'm super excited about the idea.
Absolutely. Awesome, man. That's great. I know you guys, you and Kitty have shows around the same time, which actually works out good because she is all about the pussies and dogs and pussycats and dogs and all that kind of stuff. And you know what I'm saying? So it's really happy-go-lucky, funny. And you go to Bruce Wayne's, get a little heartfelt. So you can jump back and forth, guys. If you're feeling a little too much energy over there, you can jump back to the other side. You know what I'm saying? So it works out good.
I like tacos too. Is that the wrong kind of pussy?
Nah, that's from Mexico, and we're gonna talk about that in 7 minutes. But that is the right kind in 7 minutes. Right now, it's definitely not. We like pussycats on here. This is for her feature show, Anyways.
I mean, I did forget I'm in a battle royale too, November 1st. I forgot about that.
Nice.
Notorious Dean is hosting the battle royale, and it's a 1-minute battle and only dice in the last 30 seconds. So if y'all want to get froggy, get froggy. And I do pay attention who shoots and shows up for me. I'm not gonna lie, I'm petty.
Send me your flyer too.
I'm petty.
Bob, what you got coming up, man?
Nothing, just streaming.
Okay, and you're looking to be on
Y'all got
shows and
any
stuff.
openings? Feel free. Anybody got any shows? Need some filler in? Just let me
Nice.
know. God.
Awesome. That's amazing. Guys, I have an event coming up before we jump into this last little fun portion of the show. I have a major event. I've never hosted an event on the platform other than a featured show and networking events and things like fave parties. But I'm hosting my first battle royale. I've actually brought something new to the app. It's never been done before on any of these platforms. It's the first ever tag team royale where 2 people are on a team, and I've developed it that it works. I've come up with a full concept. It's proven it works, and we rocking it out. There's some big names. It is a veteran and rookie royale. So the way it works is you have to have a 50 milli plus and a under 50 milli on a team together.
Cool.
Okay. I'll explain how the details work. It is a private invite only. If you're interested and you think that you could be qualified for the invite only, feel free to DM me and I'll let you know if I have spots and I think that you're a good fit. Whether you're a rookie or a vet that gets invited or chooses to be in the event, you would have to choose your other partner and I would approve it. This is a very, very detailed event when it comes to how it works. I'm not allowing new accounts to come in and shoot with that. I've never been on the platform. I have multiple handfuls of admins that are going to be actively watching for who's shooting in the events to make sure there's no double gifting, the whole 9 yards. So this is going to be a Raw Royale, okay? Tag Team Raw Royale, but it's actually going to be right on January 2nd. So it starts right in the new year. It's got lots of time coming up. There's nothing going on at that time. The battle games don't start till another month or 2 after that. So it's the right time to do something new on the app and to stir up the year. So stick around for more details on that. I do have a flyer if y'all want to go share it with your people just to get some excitement out there. But it's not going to be an actively post thing as it's more of a invite only event and will be coming out more as it gets closer to the time. So other than that, obviously I got my show. We have a fave party starting in 5 minutes. We got live DJs pulling up. You know the drill. We always rock that fave party in here. You can box up. We smoke, we drink, we do the whole 9 yards. So if Dizzy pulls up, if Dizzy pulls up, it's going to be allowed. He's a real account. Is he not? He's a real account.
Been around for a long time.
Hey, he is. So if you can get him to pull up, I'd love that for my Royale. Hey. But we're at the last portion of the show, guys. I just want to say thank you to everyone that pulls up each and every week. Once again, we've crushed the 200 viewer goal mark on a Friday afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern, which is like 1 p.m. afternoon in California and lots of other parts of the world. It's a tough time to get lots of viewerships. So having 200 plus people at this time of day is phenomenal. The app's happy, I'm happy, so we're all happy. And it's active people in here because it seems to be everyone's coming in. It's to support the people that are on the show, which I love to see. So last but not least, let's get into the fun side of it. We'll end on some fun. So guys, I know that there's been a ton of comments. So if y'all were the ones that put I wasn't paying attention. I was listening today. I was having some fun with them. So if y'all were the ones that put your scenarios in the chat, there we go. Put them back in the chat. I might take the first one. It looks pretty good. If you could travel on any planet in the galaxy, which planet would you choose and why? And what would you bring with you? You know what? Let's keep it friendly to end the show today. That's a good one. Let's keep it smooth. These are pretty wild. These are pretty wild. Dab, we're going to use yours next week. I did see yours, and I didn't want to roll up. So we're going to use yours next week. All right? So next week, we won't have to get anyone to say anything. So, guys, we're going to start with Kitty. Then we're going to go Stoner Bob. Then we're going to go Bruce. All right? You get about a minute answer to say what you want here.
I think
the question is, if you could travel to any planet in the galaxy that we know of on common knowledge, why and what would you bring with you? Let's just say 3 items to make it easier.
Okay, I would go to Jupiter because Jupiter, it literally rains diamonds. Yeah, and I would bring
diamonds?
Yes, it literally rains diamonds on Jupiter, and real diamonds. And
what?
I would bring my own mining equipment, my transportation equipment, and a lot of pizza.
She's getting big, bro. She's gonna be getting big. If you're eating only pizza and there's no gravity, that's just gonna go.
It won't matter because I'll be like Stay Puft. I'll just be floating through.
Yeah.
It won't matter. You feel me? If my or my butt gets big, it'll just float around.
So diamonds. So why aren't we going to take diamonds from the space and bring them back to Earth?
Well, why not? You can just scoop them up. It literally rains them from the sky. So you can just get a bulldozer and
bring me. I work hard and I like diamond and pizza.
Yeah.
Good answer, Kitty. I might take the win. I'm not sure. Stoner Bob, what you gonna do, man?
All right, so if I had a choice, I'd go to Mars, and I would totally make like Total Recall. I don't know if y'all have ever watched the movie Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, all right, so, but my thing would be, it's 2024, y'all. I would have to load me up a rocket ship from Tesla, of course, with all the Tesla robots. And I'd have to go up there and I'd have to work the crap out of them, and I'd have to build this whole big old city. And then I'd start charging people like $10,000 to go up there on vacation.
I've been already doing that.
Every three people, I'd buy me an extra robot. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have to have nobody live there year round but my Tesla robots.
I mean, SpaceX, that's his other company, but it's the same thing. Same thing. One's a spaceship on Earth and one's a spaceship out of Earth. So it's the same thing, really. You know what? Also a good answer. I'm not sure whose I would go with right now because you both sound pretty fun. Bruce, what you going to do?
Kitty took mine, but I'll go with the second option, Saturn, because it is the second largest planet in our solar system. The reason I choose it is because I want a big planet where I can bring all the weirdos with me, like myself, and I want to bring everybody with me to live on the second largest planet. I was going to pick Jupiter, but because we all have to have our own space, I don't like people in my bubble in my business, so we can all have our own little bubbles over on that planet. And Saturn's got those cool rings around it, so we have something to stare at, and it's got all those moons and stuff, and we could all just kind of be on our happy way and be like Bob Marley and sing Kumbaya to sleep at night.
Hey, I like it. Okay, guys.